Next, we are going to learn about the sex determination in some types of insects like Drosophila and mammals. Mammals, including human beings. We have learned sex determination in human beings in class 8 and class 10. So, we'll have a quick recap of this type of sex determination. We know the sex chromosomes in humans. How are they represented as? It is nothing but the X and Y. Two types of sex chromosomes are present, X and Y chromosomes. Now, can you tell me what is the number of chromosomes in humans? It is 46 chromosomes, or it can be called as 23 pairs. And it is not like grasshoppers which have male and female with different number of chromosomes. In humans and or mammals and such insects, both the male and female are having the same number of chromosomes, that is 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes. Now, if you take a female, females are homozygous. Females are homozygous. That is, they are having similar pairs of X chromosome. And males are heterozygous with a dissimilar pair. That is, they are having two types of sex chromosomes, X and Y. And this type of sex determination is called as XXXY type. It's called as XX and XY type of sex determination. Is it clear? It is called as XX and XY type of sex determination. So, females are homozygous with two similar types of X chromosomes, and males are having a dissimilar pair or a heterozygous with one X and one Y chromosome. So, if we represent these along with the autosomes, it can be AA plus XX in the case of females, and the case of males, it is AA, that is autosomes plus XY. What's the number of autosomes here? It is 44 plus XX and 44 plus XY. At the time of gametogenesis, that is formation of gametes, the eggs, here we know it is the eggs or the ova. Each will have only one X chromosome. So what will be the eggs? It will have only one X chromosome. They segregate at the time of gamete formation. Now we take the ploidy level, it will have only 22 autosomes because we know it is undergoing meiosis. So 22 plus X is 23. 22 plus 1, 23. Here also 22 plus 1, 23. So let's leave off the autosomes for the time being. Now at the time of gamete formation or the spermatogenesis of the sperms, for the formation of sperms, all the sperms will have a chromosome. It will have one type of chromosome. But what is the type of chromosome? 50% will have the X chromosome and 50% will have the Y chromosome. So here there are two different types of gametes, whereas here in the case of eggs, all the eggs are similar, whereas in the case of sperms, there are two types of sperms, the X containing sperm and Y containing sperm. So the sex of the child after fertilization is going to be determined by which type of sperm fertilizes the egg at the time of fertilization. So if the X containing sperm goes and fertilizes the egg, it results in a female. It results in a female. Is it clear? Whereas if the Y containing sperm goes and fertilizes the egg, it results in XY condition, that is nothing but a male. So the type of the sex is determined by which type of sperm is fertilizing the eggs, because here there are two different types of sperms, eggs containing and Y containing sperms. So that's about sex determination in humans and also some insects like Drosophila. Hope it is clear for you. Now we are finished with XX and XO type and XX and XY type. Next, we are going to learn about the sex determination which is seen in birds. Dear children, we learnt about the sex determination in grasshopper, which is XX and X0 type, whereas in mammals and in some other insects, it is XX and XY type. What is the similarity between these two types of sex determination? Here, in both the cases, the males produce two different types of gametes or two different types of sperms. isn't it? Here it was X containing sperm and Y containing sperm. Here it was X containing sperm and X lacking sperm. So two different types of gametes were produced in males, whereas females had all the females were similar, produce a similar type of eggs. So this is an example of male heterogamety. Is it clear? It's an example of male heterogamety. Now we are going to study of another type of sex determination which is different from these two. It is sex determination in birds. So what determines the sex in birds? And this type of sex determination in birds is called as ZZW type of sex determination. Here it is interesting to know that females are heterozygous. That is, they have a dissimilar pair of sex chromosome containing two types of sex chromosome, Z and W. Whereas males are homozygous with a similar pair of sex chromosome, that is Z and Z. So males are ZZ and females are ZW. Now if you look into the gamete formation, at the time of production of sperms, we can see that all the sperms have one Z chromosome each. That is, all the sperms are of similar type. All are having the Z chromosome. But at the time of production of eggs, two types of eggs are produced. That is Z containing sperm, because the genotype of the sex genotype of the females are ZW. So the eggs segregate as Z containing eggs and W containing eggs. So now let us understand what type of sex will be produced by fertilization. If the sperm goes and fertilizes, the Z containing sperm goes and fertilizes the Z containing egg, it results in the genotype Z and Z. And what is its phenotype? It is a male. Whereas if the Z containing sperm goes and fertilizes another type of egg which is having the W chromosome, it results in the genotype ZW. And what is its phenotype? What will be the phenotype? It is nothing but a female. So here we can understand that in the other two cases, the male produces two types of gametes or sperms. So they were called as male heterogamety. Whereas in this case, we can see that the female produces two types of eggs. So here it is nothing but female heterogamety. It's an example of female heterogamety because the eggs produced are of two different types. So the sex is determined by which type of egg is getting fertilized. Whether it is getting whether the Z containing egg is undergoing fertilization or whether the W containing chromosome containing egg is undergoing fertilization. So this is a type of sex determination which we see in birds, that is ZZ and ZW type of sex determination. These X6 and X0 and X6 and XY is an example of male heterogamety, whereas ZZ and ZW is a type of sex determination which is an example of female heterogamety.